Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick, and today we have set number 41314, Stephanie's House. It contains 622 pieces and was released in 2017 as part of the Friends sub-theme. It retailed for $69.99 and contained 3 mini dolls. Apart from the house, we get this little tiny bunny house for Chili the rabbit. The name of the rabbit isn't mentioned on the box, but in LEGO's official description, they name it Chili. I don't know if that has any significance, if the actual piece appears in 10 sets. So, you know, it's not super duper special and exclusive, but it is a cool looking little mold. Obviously a little bit friend specific, but not as friend specific as most animals. Outside of the whole house build, the only other little side thing is this little rabbit house for Chili the rabbit. Chili appears in, well, not necessarily Chili, but the same exact rabbit mold appears in 10 sets total. So it's not, you know, super uncommon. It's also appeared in much cheaper sets, including that tic-tac-toe giveaway, I think, right? Pretty sure it was in there. It was that and a hamster where there were like 10 of them, or no, not 10, but 10 animals total. It was like 5 rabbits, and you know, it was free with purchases, so not super uncommon. And this is kind of a large set to get it in, but it is the first time I've gotten one, and it is kind of cool. It's not a bad looking thing. And the eyes aren't as bad as, you know, some Friends animals, so you could use this with regular stuff, you know, regular city sets. And it does have a little hole in there so you can fit in stuff like that bow, which is way too big, obviously. But, you know, the actual little hut for the rabbit comes with a carrot. Obviously, carrots are nice. I like getting food items in LEGO. There's a jumper, which allows you to, you know, stick Chili on there. And in there, there's a 2x2 tile with a sticker on there to represent just a cushion. You know, it's got carrots on there. Kind of a funny little pattern. Nice, you know. And you can fit Chili standing up, you know, in that area. It's just that there's no studs to attach him, her, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, this is alright. The whole house is a pretty good size to it. You know, the instructions are pretty decent. It's all one perfect bound manual. And, you know, the front yard is kind of small. It's only 5 studs deep. Well, I guess a little deeper over here, but, you know, the most of it is 5 studs deep. 4 studs even in certain areas, so average is 5, we'll say. It's got this little porch swing. That's an interesting feature that kind of jumps right out at you, you know. It's got a little bit of depth to it, so, you know, it works pretty well, and it just swings back and forth. You can fit mini dolls in there just right by inserting their feet into these things. There are spaces for 3 of them, so you can fit everybody in there. However, it is kind of a tight squeeze, and you have to mess around with their hands to get it to fit right. You know, but prove it can be done. And there you go. And they can just all swing, and it works nice. You know, they can go far enough back to hit the back wall, no further than that. So, you know, you just pull it up and they'll swing. It's a cool little feature, and I don't think I've seen that in a LEGO set before. It does have some plants growing on the sides there. That is a sticker, by the way, that little butterfly. These stickers, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of, but I applied them anyway, because, you know, that's how they want you to apply them. And, you know, they're easy enough to remove. You know, destroying the sticker, obviously, but, I find them a little weird, but they're kind of common in Friends sets. And also, that is a 2x4 tile with a sticker on there. I do like that plaid pattern. I think that that's a cool sticker. And there are just some flowers in the yard. You do have 2 little lanterns on the ground. Little doggy or rabbit door maybe in the front door. Door opens normally outwards. 72 for the number. I'm not sure if that has any significance or if that's, maybe accurate to the show. This is based on Lego Friends because I've never seen the show, never looked into it. But, the front door has a good appearance. I do like the little pink above the windows, the little pink smaller windows. And then over here we have a bay window, which looks really nice. This is a good time to mention that these window panels, they're all exactly the same and they're all printed, which is really nice. It'd be not fun to mess with transparent stickers for all of these, and there are 6 included in the set total. These are also the corner window frames used first in Assembly Square, and they're relatively uncommon still, so it's nice to get them in this set. I'm not sure of an exact quantity of sets. 7 sets total now that they've appeared in, so not too many. And there is a mailbox right over here that can be opened, and inside there is an invitation to a birthday party at 12 o'clock. It doesn't specify if that's midnight or like noon, so they'll show up sometime. It also doesn't specify a date, so could be any time really. Well, actually no, it can't be any time, it could be any day. I like the picket fences out in the front. Up on the second floor there's a little balcony, you can fit figures right here. Yeah, there's a door behind this balcony that allows you to get inside. You'll see that from the interior. Note that there is a 1-plate step up here on the balcony, so, that's just a little bit odd, but it's cool. I also think that this pink kind of jumps out at the color scheme. I think these would have been better in white, so, that's just a little bit of a weird color choice there. And then you do also have this tiny little barrier here. There is a little bit of mini doll placing space here, so this is still kind of the balcony. There are some flowers growing down though that don't make it hard for mini dolls to pass through this little, that makes it a tight squeeze. And then over here we got window shutters. Those are stickers. I like the little flower box, and then you've got, more of the printed windows. And the top floor roof, is just the same kind of really skinny Friends like style of roof that they do more often than I'd like them to do. It would have been nice to get like a full roof, but again, also it's nice to see this piece though, so not awful, but it is a little bit disappointing that we don't get a full roof on this thing. But the interior is pretty well detailed, starting with this bedroom. It's unclear exactly whose bedroom this is, but I would imagine it to be Stephanie's, meaning again her parents get no real bedroom, similar to Olivia's house. The actual bed is built up decently, it's got the little headboard. I kind of like that, and the mini doll can kind of sleep there. The pattern on the sheets is a 2x4 tile with a sticker on it, which is nice. I like the calendar on the wall, the panda in it, and you can see the guy on the back. Also, these are only printed on one side, so the pattern on the back looks a little weird, but I don't mind it. There is a basket on the floor with a tennis racket, and on the wall we've got this big sticker, that shows the mirror and shelves and stuff. I don't really like when they do that because it kind of takes away from the actual building detail. The hairbrush and the little printed, or this is a sticker on a 2x2 tile with a photo on there. It's a little weird. Their skin tone is white. There is a to-do list here, which has some stuff on it. This is a typical Friends print that I believe first came out with this wave. There's also a drawer here that can open, but there's nothing in it, so And that is pretty much all there is to Stephanie's room. All the rooms can be removed. Well, the top 2 floor rooms can be removed, and you can remove these little sections too. They're also kind of modular, but there's not a ton you can do with those. The second room on the top floor is the bathroom slash office. Just a little weird. There's no door in between. Not sure this is supposed to be on the ground, but maybe like a bottle of something. The toilet is, simple enough. You can sit a figure on there, kind of. The sticker on the back, again, takes away from the detail of the actual build. There's a sink. You could presumably put something under there, but, there's no drawer or anything. Also, there's a shower with absolutely no way to, trap the water. It'll just land on the floor and eventually flood the office because there's nothing even in between. No suggestion of a drain or anything, just a shower head. I do like how they kind of make it look a little bit interesting from the top by using a 2x2 tile with one of these paddle things instead of just the paddle thing. And there is, some details of a rubber duck, all this stuff on that sticker. This piece actually has two stickers on it because it's got, this picture on the other side to kind of prevent you from being able to see the bathroom from the office. However, there's no door, so not very effective. The laptop is in purple, which I haven't seen before, but I think it's in other Friends sets. And there is a Friends newspaper, which has this Dalmatian and some other stuff on there. And last but not least, there is this office chair, which can spin around, and, it's reclining. Kind of nice for a Friends chair, but it's also, not super duper easy to spin this around. The figure will fall out after a while. So, connected to the office, well, actually, also there is this map on the wall. Obviously, travel destinations, maybe, because that's what you're looking at on the computer as well. But following from the office, we go down the stairs, which the stairs are actually a hinged attachment. They can, be turned out like that. So, interesting. I've never gotten these pieces before, so, provides a decent surface. There are no studs on it, though, so maybe I would have liked to see a couple studs, at least in certain areas, so you can attach a figure securely. Underneath the stairs in this area, which, is, not visible, there's actually a wall hiding it completely, but there's a place to just store a vacuum cleaner, which is a decent build. And what I do like is that Friends figures can actually, push it around because it doesn't require that their hand be turned. So that's a good thing. And you can just push it around. It does have these wheels, but they don't turn because they're clipped on, so there's a lot of friction there. Just hide it back under there. You don't want to do any chores. And then you can kind of see it through this small little crack here, but there is a TV right here. It's showing tennis. I like that sticker a lot. That's a really good one. And just a flower pot, because obviously that would be inside this living room. And the living room is not, there's no door in between. It's just open concept. There is actually a door here, which I like. You can show it from the side. I'll show you what this all looks like from the side view in a minute. But, this couch here has 3 stickers. 2 of them are the same. And then one just shows this little piece of clothing or a towel or something. And you do have 2 cupcakes sitting on the tiny, really short coffee table. There's also a hair here. So, goodbye hair. And in the center area, we've got this sticker here showing a coat rack and a bag, soccer ball, boots. There's a little welcome mat, kind of. And it's got a good sticker. I like that. And you can see the back of the 72, like the house number sticker, kind of. Not super clearly, but, it's possible. And then over here, we've just got some more random stuff hanging on the walls. But in order to see the kitchen, we're going to remove the floor on top of it. And we're just going to remove this other floor as well. Those are easier to move again, and they're interchangeable. So if you wanted to, you could put this here and, have a door that leads to nowhere. That's perfectly doable. And, that's looks awkward. from the front. There's no way for this guy to get on the balcony, and you can just walk off the house. So, you know, Anyways, I got distracted. Back to the kitchen. In here, this is the inside of the bay window. They make a decent use of this space by putting the table there. There's no way for a person to sit back there. It's just too hard, but, you know, I think it works alright. I do like the pie that we've got there. There are 4 of those tiles, plus this one spare included. So you can make a full pie, and then you have this extra piece, which that's what the printing looks like. There's just 4 of them, they all match up. There's something inside this piece here, which is part of the dining room set. You have a fork and knife and 2 plates. The chairs here on the side are a little bit harder for figures to sit at, but, you know, you can do it with all of them. There's a seat for all of them, which I appreciate. And, you know, just all works pretty decently. I like this chair better because it's actually, you know, built up. On the side, there's more tiling, some random stuff. It doesn't fill the whole panel like all of these stickers they don't fill panels completely. But I like that the sink actually distracts you from that fact. It's really hard to notice actually that it doesn't go all the way down. Like, you can't see it from the camera angle currently. There's a mixer here which is attached to a upper plate, fork and knife in the sink, and this is a bottle of soap using one of the nipple pieces. And then we've got the range for the stove, which the stove has a couple studs on there, and you're cooking cherries for some reason. I can't explain that, so don't ask me to. And the cherries are going to run away. There we go. Cherries. Let's cook them. And in the oven is a meatloaf dish with a little one of these things in brown. So, you know, and there's a spatula. Spatulas are cool. So, you know, the kitchen is pretty well detailed. And overall, I think that this house has a decent amount of interior furniture, but the outside could look a little better. I do appreciate the slight modularity of it, though. And here's just another quick look at the side of the house. You'll notice it is very plain aside from this one butterfly sticker, and the door just opens, you know, normally. And one last thing, you'll notice this side is very plainly decorated, except for this one tiny butterfly sticker on this 1x2x5 panel brick thing. So, you know, way to add some nice little important detail in there, Lego. So, the first 2 figures in the set are Stephanie's mom and dad, James and Alicia. I guess I read the names backwards, but anyway, their torsos are both exclusive completely to this set, I believe. And the hairpiece for James is not exclusive, but it's not super common. It appears in 3 sets, one of them being a DFU minifigure, so relatively uncommon. I believe one of the leg pieces in the set is exclusive, but I'm not sure which one, because, you know, it doesn't show an image. It's not, I believe it's her legs that are exclusive, but I could be wrong. And, you know, the face prints, his is definitely brand new, hers maybe not. I think it is. Her hairpiece is relatively uncommon. It did appear on Black Widow in Infinity War, I believe, and the Outrider dropship attack, and I guess some other set had it as well. But, you know, the feet are, you know, decently printed. On the back, there's no printing. I do like how he has dual molded-ish arms. And obviously, you know, alternate facial expressions, because that's how many dolls work. And Stephanie here is, you know, a relatively common character, while James and Alicia are only in this set. This particular version of Stephanie is exclusive to this set. I believe, well, her face is obviously, you know, not exclusive to this set. Pretty much all Stephanies up until 2018 had the same exact face prints, so you know, there's that. Her body parts, though, her torso appears in several sets. I believe her hips and legs do as well. So, I'm not sure exactly what it is about this figure. Maybe it's just the combination of parts that makes it labeled as exclusive, but, you know, it's not super duper special. It is a little weird that she has these bands around her feet. I'm not sure exactly what they're supposed to be. Oh, I guess they're attached to the back. Never mind. So, kind of weird shoes, but anyway, you know, just another mini doll, really. Overall, as far as the, you know, dollhouse style friend sets go, I think that this is, you know, pretty alright. I think that visually from the front, it appears interesting enough. It's kind of, you know, on the frenzy side of the color scheme, with all this dark pink and the medium azure, but I personally don't hate the colors on this one. I think this color is a bit out of place when used like along the house. I mean, even that's not bad, but this is bad. And like the plates at the top. So if they got rid of this color, maybe leaving it in the bench swing would be fine. But if they got rid of it everywhere else, I think that the color scheme would not be out of place for a city set. And you know, we don't get too many city like house, like residential house sets. We haven't gotten one since 2010. So, you know, as far as that goes, this isn't a bad set for just a residential kind of dollhouse style set. It has some good pieces like the pies and these windows, but you know, for a non Friends fan, you know, I don't think it's a must-have. I don't think it's bad, especially if you get it at the price I got it for, $13. The mini dolls are kind of forgettable. Obviously, all mini dolls are forgettable for me because I don't like mini dolls. But I do think that this set has a decent enough parts selection, and you know, the final build isn't too bad. So I'd rate it probably C. I do think that it is, like, if it was a little cheaper, it would probably be rated higher. You know, for what you get. But it is $70. I think that this maybe $60 would be a fair price. I think $70 is a little bit much. It is only 622 pieces, but some of them are big, so you know, the price per piece ratio isn't too bad. It just feels a little bit small for $70. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye, everyone.